Hello, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Grateful to have you. Today we have another pick a card, and today's pick a card is going to be based on the spread mainly, and we're going to do the horseshoe spread. And this spread is about, I guess, pretty much anything that might be on your mind that you're looking for a solution for. So we are going to do an actual pick a card. The card that you are going to select is going to be the main energy behind what this situation might be about. And if any of those resonates, today's reading will probably be for you. If not, maybe it's in another reading. Okay, so for pile 1, you have High Priest, intend and create. Pile 2, Hermit, retreat and recharge. Pile 3, Protection Guardian, drop your shields. So those are your choices, my collective. Please take a second, resonate with one of the cards, and I will see you at your choice. Welcome my pile 1 who chose the High Priest. I'm gonna put him over here. Is that the good spot for you? Yep. Let's spread out your cards. Okay, my collective, so this is your horseshoe spread. This is the first card, this is the 7th card. The first card, or the first placement, is going to represent the past energies, events, emotions, actions pertaining to your question. And it seems that your question has to do about your intention and what you're creating, manifestation, spiritual download, spiritual evolution, ascension, wisdom, knowledge, accepting gifts and responsibilities of that gift, of those gifts, a direction to follow. So if that feels like it resonates with you, this is the right choice for you. Let's see what your past energies are about. 9 of Pentacles. Speaking about manifestation, they just said creating a desired goal, manifesting something that you worked really hard on, really proud of the accomplishment also, feeling like it was a type of divine inspiration, a spark of ingenuity, a rebirth of your own creative spark, of your own creativity. And the energies behind it. Bliss is worth creating from, for, and from. Absolutely. And I think that's exactly what you did. Yeah, there's like, again, it's echoing to the same feeling I've already received, is that place of that divine spark of inspiration. That is what led you into taking more calculated or concentrated action towards your goal, therefore being able to manifest whatever this was for you when it comes to what you and your intentions and what you wanted to create. That higher wisdom. The second placement here is going to be your present energy, where you are now currently. What is your state of mind? Page of Swords. I just heard new ideas, new concepts, learning, growth. Again, this wisdom energy. Initiation, action, no hesitation, learning as you go. A very heavy emphasis on divine sparks of information and inspiration. They keep repeating that. The energy behind it. Follow through. Yeah, I think with whatever new information or new sparks of inspiration that have recently come up, make sure that you follow through. And I think that's why they kept, why they're emphasizing learning as you go. It doesn't feel, if I could explain this energy more clearly, it doesn't feel like there's a certain text, hypothetical example, there's a certain text that you need to read and complete. Like if you don't finish chapter 3, it doesn't matter. They don't want you not to move forward because you haven't finished chapter 3. They're saying just keep reading and keep moving forward in this example I'm giving you. You don't need to know everything concrete as long as you keep replenishing and keep fulfilling, keep maintaining this wisdom, this intention, feeding that spark, feeding that divine inspiration. Through your actions, through your faith. Okay, so we're going to look into the third section, which is your hidden influences, what you don't see, what you may not be aware of. The Emperor in reverse. I'm asking Spirit right away, I'm like, are you talking about the viewer, or are you talking about like more so, somewhat more of the energies around that you may not be paying attention to, or not seeing the wolf in sheep's clothing? Interesting. They're bringing me more to the energy of not being aware, possibly, or concerned is really what the word they're giving me about the energies around you. And I don't necessarily know if that's not a smart choice or it's the smart choice. To me, feeling right now, it feels almost like both. It feels like it's a necessary element or characteristic for you to have, is to not be concerned about what everybody else is doing or the environment around you to a certain extent. It also is also making me feel of releasing the stoicism or the rigidity around learning, or what you've learned, or to help you continue to learn, so you don't become rigid in beliefs, in doctrine, in study. Fierce serenity. Yeah, it's like, so then it's more about you like really releasing that overly restrictive discipline within self when it comes to creating something. So you might be one of those people who are like heavy deadline people, and there's nothing wrong with. But if you miss that deadline, you get really down on yourself, or the negative talk is like rampant, and I feel that now you have learned, or are learning, and hence the hidden influences, is you are learning to surrender that part of you, especially when it comes to your intentions of what you want to create and manifest in this third density. Okay, let's see what the obstacles are. The World in the reverse. Something's not completed. I'm asking what's not completed, and they said both. They said because you're still learning as you go, that still obviously is not completed, and because you haven't fully integrated the surrender of this particular energy, of stepping into that full trust. In other words, full trust. It's not like you don't, but there is a part of you that wants to control things a little bit more than needed. So surrender and allow this cycle to complete. External validation. Yeah. That might be the reason why this isn't complete. Maybe you are or were looking for that external validation in some way, shape, or form. And as you were looking for that and discovered whatever you may have discovered, which I feel like was not necessarily what you wanted. It feels like some sort of pushback or resistance in a way that you weren't anticipating, especially in an area that you're like, this is not something I normally get, thwarted by in some way. But I also do think that it helped propel you into this fierce serenity of surrendering that part of you, of that rigid stoicness, of, like I said, that overly disciplined. in a particular way of doing something, a little too harsh on yourself. And because of that, that external validation was really necessary because of that negative self-talk. And I think you're learning how to transmute that energy for real this time. Okay, this position over here is going to be your environment, other people's or person's feelings or actions towards the situation, if they may be involved. The moon in reverse. I think people have been pretty vocal about it, if I'm honest. Like, I really do feel that's the reason why you're stepping into this fierce serenity. In some way, like either if it's like a side comment or conversations overheard, but there is something that came up to the surface that has allowed you to see this part of yourself that is recognizing where you were seeking that external validation and not seeking it within yourself. Like it sort of reminded you of where you created from in the beginning, which is that bliss state, that joy state, that following through, that inspiration. And reminding yourself of what that energy is like, of not being affected by that also. It's like you're really trying to hone in on that particular skill of balancing the external with the internal. Overthinking can spoil the magic. Yeah, I think it's overthinking about what had been said, spoken to you, spoken about or spoken to you. Not allowing the magic to flow and overly judging it, overly thinking about it, looking for that external validation, not trusting in what you've already created enough or for long enough because of comments given. But it's definitely about something that you've created by your own hand. That somewhat feels like a harsh criticism for some, or an unjust criticism, or a misunderstanding of the intention. So I feel like they're just reminding you, don't overthink the situation of what may have been said or spoken about. This is really the lesson here. That's why this whole thing unfolded the way it did, is for you to grasp this. Okay, let's see what should be done. Death and rebirth in the reverse. I just heard nothing. Nothing is to be done. That's interesting. Nothing is to be done, huh? Yeah, really and truly, like they're just giving me like nothing because of this need to control certain things. Whether that be controlling how people feel about you, which is needing that external validation, control how people think or speak to you, or emotionally express what they saw, felt, etc., and you overthinking what had been said to you. You not trusting fully in the power of what you've created or in your own ideas. There's something about that. There's nothing to be done. It is just for you to sit in this fierce serenity, to stop the thinking. Just to create. Bliss is worth creating from, for, and from. And then success in transformation. Yes. And that's that death and rebirth still. Like, we can still talk about that transformation that initiation energy brings in. But with this death energy for real, there's nothing to be done right now. It's fully an integration of. So success is in transformation currently as you're watching this. Yes, I love that. Okay, what's the likely outcome if this advice is taken? Four of Cups. Now that is interesting. I'm giggling because I'm getting a sense of boredom, but it's sort of the boredom of how would I word this? Let's say that you've taken I don't know if any of you guys have taken just a class that you would do sort of like progressions across the floor. let's say if you're in an aerobics class and everybody were to like gather on one end of the room, and they ask you to do like a series of movements across the floor, and like 3 people are going at a time, and there's, let's say, 20 people in this class. Let's say that you're in the first group of people to go across the floor. It's like that's waiting for the rest of them to catch up. That's the feeling that I'm getting right now. So I feel like you come into an understanding of yourself, knowing that not everybody's going to fully grasp what you are creating or what your intention is behind your creation. But you're continuously being gifted with multiple avenues of source energy, you know? And instead of waiting here, why don't you allow yourself to continue creating? Your hand is on it, like it's there. But you're looking at what's over here, you know, which is technically that past energy, instead of allowing yourself to focus on what you can create based on this new knowledge and information. Again, not being concerned with people so much. It was just a particular lesson you needed to learn from that, and that's it. That's why there's nothing to be done. And then in balance, yeah. Again, balancing the external and the internal. That's what's the likely outcome is. It's balancing this energy of looking this way instead of looking here. Or again, finding that neutrality of that balance in between. That's pretty awesome. Okay, let's see what your guidance is when it comes to these energies. Absolutely. Follow your own rhythm. Number 5, talk about a lot of change. This talks about listening to that deep rhythm within you, the powerful source that cannot be tamed, your particular life force. This message talks about you cannot miss what you're destined for. So don't doubt that. And I think you're coming into that realization of, I don't need to literally be compatible with everybody. That's really what I'm getting. And you won't gain anything by trying to push forward, hence there's nothing to be done. Or trying to push it yourself is what I mean, like push it forward yourself. Trust in the life cycles, trust in your life cycles and in your patterns. Feel the balance between your effort and the surrender. The effort and the surrender, exactly what this whole lesson is about. Discipline and letting go. They're also asking you, again, to listen to your own inner cycles. When you need to rest, give yourself time to rest. When you feel energized and need to work and want to work, then work. But this is on your own rhythm, on your own timing. Love that. They're asking me to read the healing process in the book for this particular card for you. So give me a second. Okay. It says, say aloud, I now release any unhealthy attachment to the structures, routines, and belief systems of others that are preventing me from accessing and honoring my inner sacred rhythms. May I be assisted through unconditional love to know the truth of my own timing. I love myself enough to give myself rest when needed, to trust in my own timing and not feel forced or rushed. I believe in myself enough to take healthy, inspired risks and actions when the timing feels right to me. I trust in my own inner rhythms. They are wise and helpful. Through unconditional love, so be it. Ew. I'll put this up here really quickly and read it. All right. That's beautiful. Okay, what other supporting guidance is here for you? The land between. And sacred reverence. Lovely. Again, talking about balance, of learning to be okay in that space of what was and what's to be, or what will be, or what can be. Divine timing here, your own rhythms are at play. metamorphosis, something still in the development stages, which is what this is transforming, which I feel is leading you into that sacred reverence, you know, of knowing that spirit is everywhere, that the truth is everywhere. Joyful living, exploring new possibilities. Curiosity is spiritual passion. Manifesting from the starting point. That's what we're talking about. Remembering this from the realm of spirit. You know, that is the key. Just to remind yourself of that energy. Love that. That's amazing. Okay, my beautiful collective, we're going to get 3 closing Oracle Wisdom cards. I can't remember the name of the deck. To find out, like, where is this energy leading? Even though we have an idea of what's going on here, like, where is this energy leading again? Granted that you follow the directions or the advice given from spirit. Where is this leading? We're going to take 3 to close it off, my collective. If it was helpful in any way, please like, subscribe, share. That would be awesome. I appreciate your time so very much. And your willingness to listen and transform. It's beautiful. So thank you. All right. So final messages, ｐαᴜ. Yin. That feminine energy. Balancing that out again also. By the book. Hold on before I say anything. And breathe. Number 11 is really significant for you, my ｐαᴜ. And the number 4. You know what's interesting? What I'm getting here is they're bringing me back to the control energy about the lesson that you're needing to learn when it comes to integrating this fierce serenity and surrendering of that stiffness in a particular area that may be preventing you or allowing you to still feel like you need this external validation, overthinking everything that's been happening and not trusting in what you're actually creating from, not remembering that sacred reverence. So there's a part of you that needs, again, with this stillness, so I said you have to do nothing, right? This death in reverse energy, this yin energy, this receptive to come in. And by the book here is, again, for me, I'm feeling like it's so funny. It's like everybody does things by the book. You are not that person. So stop trying to fit into this particular book. This is not your story. That's what they're telling me. It's not your story. And you're trying to fit into this story and it's not you. So breathe. Step back, sit, receive, trust in source, in that land between of what was and what is to be, that liminal space. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, my collective ｐαᴜ, I hope that was helpful. I'm sending you the most amount of love. Please keep watering your lives. Until next time. Ciao. Welcome, my pal 2 who chose the Hermit. You can spread out your cards. All right, my collective of ｐαᴜ. So, this being your overall energy of the Hermit, so maybe you are in the mode or wanting to be in the mode of retreating, of a need for a recharge, of recalibration, of rejuvenation, of replenishment, of meditation, of calming, of peace. Maybe that's what you're seeking. Maybe that's what your question is about. If that resonates, this is probably the pile for you. So in our first position, we're looking at the past energies, events, actions, emotions pertaining to your question. So does your question have to do about a retreat? Does your question have to do about separation, of needing some time alone, of space, of needing to go within, of needing a vacation? Reflection, deep inner reflection. Let's see. King of Pentacles. I'm getting a sense for you, my collective of pile 2, that in the past you did a lot of doing. Like, it's like something has already completed in some way. They're giving me something like the concept, the idea came into form, it'd been produced, you've been rewarded or paid or compensated for it in some capacity, and now you're sort of sitting in that comfort, let's say, and maybe now actually having the time for this retreat to step away from the work that you've already done and created. I feel like it's a reward. And it's a dual kind of reward. It's a self-appointed reward, meaning like it might be a solo vacation. You're like, maybe I do deserve a vacation. Maybe I do need to go get away. And you do it, you know? And it's spirit allowing or giving you the space for you to be able to do so. Let's see the energies behind it. Make a mission statement for your soul. Yeah, and I think that's what you already did. That mission statement is why you're in that King of Pentacles energy currently, or were in that energy in your past. And that might be where I'm getting that compensation energy, you know? Whatever that was, it might have been a part of your mission statement, whatever it is that you may have created, done, participated in, something along those lines. But it does feel like you've received something back from it in a very tangible way. This is your present situation, excuse me, this area is your present energy, your state of mind currently. Ace of Swords in the reverse. I heard what to do now. That's what I just heard. What do I do now? Where do I put my energy? Where's my focus? It's almost like completing a goal or completing a task and not knowing what to do next. That's literally the feeling. Oh, that's why. One step ahead is all you need. You don't need to necessarily know what's next. Just move. Just go forward. Just take a step forward. Listen to that calling. That's whatever is needing to retreat and recharge. Maybe it is a mental space. You know, maybe you've overworked your brain to get this thing out and produced. And now you're like, okay, now what's next? Like I said, like, what's up now? What do I do now? One step ahead, that's all you need. And that step ahead can be stepping into this retreat energy. Okay, let's see your hidden influences. Page of Wands. Okay. I'm feeling like a sense of you really want to get moving, but Spirit's telling you to chill the F out. Like it's not time yet is what I'm getting. Like you definitely need this time to replenish. I feel like you might be on some sort of momentum of a momentous high, so to speak, from this energy. But and you've used it. Like you've used that momentum, you've used the flow. It's not like you're missing anything or needing to continue to ride that wave, so to speak. It's like you already did it. So chill. Even though you want to keep moving, just chill. That's what I'm really getting. The sacred flow of yes. So maybe I am wrong when it comes to chilling, but I definitely feel like you need to. But I think the hidden influences of still saying yes to the divine sparks that come up. Like when we were talking about this, like you're present, like what do I do now? It's just a matter of when inspiration strikes, follow it. But for now, until it does, chill out. Like there's no need to push is the energy I'm getting. You've done enough of the pushing. Let them do some of the work now. And right now you need to rest so that they can sort of, I guess, till the land for your next stage. Okay. Let's see the obstacles that you may be unaware of. Yeah. Talk about that Queen of Swords, right? Clear the mind. You know, you don't really need to know anything more. I just got a whiff of marijuana. I'm not really sure where that's coming from. Maybe that's a part of the chill. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you need to chill out in your mind and smoke some pot. You know, or some CBD, or calm your mind. Again, this is just the scent that just came to me right now, and I was like, is that me? Like, no. Anyways, jokes. So the hidden tendencies, excuse me, or the hidden influences, apologies, that are happening right now is your thoughts. I think your thoughts are overactive right now, and of, I guess, maybe possibly slightly scared of losing the momentum that you have or that you've created. I don't feel that you will. I feel like this recharge is necessary for this momentum to continue, if I'm honest. Yeah, look at that. Nourish the sacred feminine. And that's that reflective, sitting in that energy, retreating, recharging, stillness. ｐΑ1 had a similar energy when it comes to this pausing or retreating. It might be in the collective. And especially when it's talking about nourishing the sacred feminine with that Queen of Swords, and the direction in which she's looking, is towards the sacred flow of yes, of that inspiration, of slowing down the mind and just taking a step, of recognizing or looking at one's accomplishments and sitting in that energy of retreating, recharging, gratitude, gratefulness, surrendering. It's lovely. So the obstacle really is the mind and of sitting still. You know, you're just wanting to go, 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 but sit still. Okay, let's see your environment. Other people's or person's energy towards the situation, their involvement, etc. The Empress. Oh, I just heard they do want you to nurture you. You've done so much. That's what I just heard. It is time to nurture you. To give back to yourself, to replenish yourself, to nurture yourself. You've done enough output. It's time for the input now. Yeah, look. Find your sacred flow. Nourish the sacred feminine, the sacred flow of yes. Find your sacred flow. Nourishing you now. You need to get back into you, because I do feel like you expended a lot of energy, more so than I think you can actually feel right now. I literally feel like you're on adrenaline high. That's exactly what it feels like. That sugar rush almost from whatever this thing that you've created, and justly so, like, absolutely. But Spirit's like, you good, like, so you can chill now. Even if you have all this energy, use this energy in creating space for you to retreat. Going somewhere, doing some research on what you can do to disconnect from all of this for a minute so that you can reconnect with yourself. Okay, let's see your sixth position here is what should be done. Two of Pentacles, making a decision, balancing out your energies. I just heard releasing your need to do. Currently, at the moment. That's what needs to be done right now. When it comes to this retreat and recharge energy. It's like they don't want you to juggle the action and the mind anymore. It's like your mind needs to calm, the actions need to cease for the time being, step into your sacred flow of yes, and nourish your divine feminine. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. I'm hearing it's the dream they're talking about is a dream life that you're wanting to create. So if, let's say for example, the dream life is to be, you know, financially abundant and stable. And this energy of work smarter, not harder, is what they're saying right now. And if this is what you want, it's not an easy life, but it's a life that is so fulfilling that feels easy. That's the way it is. Because you're literally feeding into all of your dreams, you know, manifesting what you want, listening to your own cycles, and retreating when it's necessary. They talked a lot about that for the guidance of ｐΑ1. So you might be at the end energies of ｐΑ1 and stepping into this ｐΑ2. Just a side note. So what's to be done here is letting go of the control, balancing out your energy, because of what's been expended. No more output for now. It's all about the input. Okay, let's see the likely outcome if advice is taken. Ooh, Nine of Swords. You're still going to be in your head. Because it's that Two of Pentacles energy, right? It's that ambush fear with your ferocious dream of not losing the flow or the momentum, of thinking that you might have, you know, needing to harness whatever it is that you're in flow with right now. But it's about finding your sacred flow, not just the flow of, I don't know, I guess what's occurring in your life right now. It's talking about an inner cycle, an inner flow. That's what they're really referencing right now. And that Nine of Swords energy of that overthinking, again, it still keeps you here because I don't think you get a chance to ambush that fully. And hence, possibly because you may not give yourself the chance to retreat. If you don't follow that direction, or if you semi-do it or do it for a shorter period of time than I think is needed, you might still be in your head about certain things, or this retreat puts you in your head, and that's a part of the lesson, is for you to calm. How do you calm the mind? How do I quiet my mind? How do I be in stillness? Why do I have to do all of the time? That might be what you're learning. And lead your metamorphosis. Absolutely. That's what's going on. You're learning this. That's where this is leading you to. The metamorphosis of your thoughts, of the way that you used to operate when it comes to certain areas of your life, especially when it comes to tangible things in your life. Very cool. Okay, so let's see what your guidance is. Your from Spirit. Be the hunter, not the hunted. I feel they're talking about having your attention pulled away from what's necessary for you right now. Like, are you roped into becoming like a support tonic for everyone right now? Is that where you were? Have you been too used to that particular type of energy? This owl in particular brings you that energy of, you know, being able to see your old patterns and outsmarting your old patterns, technically. Crafting a new, improved relationship with yourself and the people around you. And it's interesting, there's talking about, even if there's like a timeline, I think I mentioned that earlier, for your answer, you will be able to bend and stretch time so that in your relaxation, you can feel for what your truth is in the situation at hand and respond appropriately. Gonna read that again because I just took this out from the book. Take your time. Even if there is a deadline for your answer, you will be able to bend and stretch time so that in your relaxation, you can feel for what your truth is in the situation at hand and respond appropriately. That's perfect. It's exactly what's needed. Okay, other energies around. Yeah, talk about that. The royal you. Honoring you. Who is that? That beautiful divine essence of you. Reconnect with the body and soul. Yes, my friends. Yes, this purple energy. Like your sovereignty, your responsibility, your confidence, your sense of empowerment, being self-aware, not allowing outside influences out of your alignment with your truth. You're not allowing them in anymore. This is what you're learning. And learning, again, that we're talking about nourishing that sacred feminine, about this body and soul, is taking care of yourself, seeing yourself as a complete package, not separate parts. You are centered in the sense of self, comfortable in your body, your identity, and your physical health. All of this nourishing, leading your own metamorphosis. Oh, my beautiful collective of pile 2. We're gonna get your closing messages here. I hope that was helpful. So it does feel like something that you've created that you fully have completed. Like that phase is done. And now it's time to rest and recharge, recalibrate, stepping into the body, into your authentic you, into your higher power. 4s and 5s might be really significant for you. We have higher power, soulmates, building blocks. What I'm hearing here is trusting in your higher power and trusting in the higher power and listening to that power, of finding that divine union within self, within spirit, within your community, within the people around, within the energies around you, and creating better foundational relationships with these people, or yourself in particular, and or what you've created, what you're wanting to create. And these building blocks are a part, hence, as it says, like a stage, you know, this evolution of you, this leading the metamorphosis, this higher power that wants to get integrated. This is why you need to recharge, because there's new downloads wanting to be accepted by you and possibly by your spirit team. It can be by a particular soul connection that is in the ethers as opposed to being in this third density. 8s, 1s, 4s, and 5s are the energies I'm getting for you when it comes to numbers. So what's ahead for you here is better foundation with connections, trusting in your higher power, a deeper spiritual connection with self, with spirit, with source, and with other. Oh, my collective ďaťu, I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like, subscribe, share, tell me your story, comment. I'd love to read about it. I'm sending you the most amount of love. Keep watering your lives. Ciao. Welcome, my ďaťu. All right, if you chose the Protection Guardian, this is your spread. I'm gonna spread out your cards. Okay, my beautiful collective. So whatever situation or question or thing you have on your mind possibly has to do with dropping your shields, of not being afraid anymore to shine. You were born to shine, to drop the shield, to drop the shame, the guilt, the fear, etc. To be led by your heart, by your intuition, by your intentions of love. It is time for you to step out from behind the shield and shine. Okay, so this first position here is the past energies, events, emotions, actions pertaining to your question. So let's see what the tarot has to say. King of Cups. I'm hearing, or feeling, I should say, very content, emotionally savvy is what I heard. Gaining or at peace with where one is. Surrendering in stillness. Listening and feeling emotions more. Emotionally strong. So it feels, this is maybe the reason why the Protection Guardian came out and why they're talking about it's okay now to drop the shields. It feels like you've gained some emotional strength, in other words, and now it's time to utilize the strength that you've gained based on your past energies. Let's see the emotions behind it. Yeah. Yeah, like your soul shines. That's exactly it. You're born to shine. They're bringing me to that starfish energy too, like let that star shine. Your soul star, shine. I think that's what you're, I don't even feel like it's a think. It's an energy that you're stepping into if you're not already there. But I feel like you might be just like dipping your toe in it and not fully immersing yourself in this knowing that you've created within you, which is that emotional strength. Okay, let's see your present, which is your state of mind now. 10 of Cups, that's lovely. 10 of Cups, satiated, happy, satisfied, content again. Fulfilled is also what I'm hearing. Emotionally fulfilled. Yeah, literally I'm getting like happy to be where you are. Like there's very beautiful sense of presence. Being in the now. Love that. Gratitude again. Yeah, like same thing. Just so much love I'm feeling. Like so much love, so much warmth, so much flow, kindness, consideration, empathy, true eye contact, real listening, deep conversations, laughter, like just full. That feels nice. Okay, let's see what your hidden influences are. Something you're unaware of right now. Oh, the Magician. I heard how much magic you've actually created and are creating. It's coming back to this emotional sovereignty and emotional strength of recognizing how potent and powerful your emotions can be when it comes to manifestations in this reality. They're giving me a lot of like power in the palms. Like you might have healing hands in particular. Reiki might be something that you do or are learning or cultivating or want to learn. I'm getting energy healing through the hands. And that can be through massage, can be through like scanning, can be through Reiki, like I said. It's like you're, I don't know, for some of you, it feels like you're being able to sense the auric vibrational field. I'm hearing like, wow, this is interesting. They're giving me like you can sense colors. So they brought me to the rainbows that are here, but the chakra system in general. And that auric field that we all have and can change colors, does change colors depending on our mood or situation, our emotions, etc. And that's what they're showing me. It's not like about just visibly being able to see the color or the aura around somebody. It's like feeling color. I don't know how else to describe this. This is very interesting. I've never had that before, but I can feel it. Like I don't know, I can feel what red and purple feel like in particular right now. It's like the top and bottoms, you know, so to speak, chakra system wise. Interesting. Emotions. Cut the cords of doubt. Trusting in this new power, in your gifts. Not being afraid to show your gifts. This also brings that up too. Not being afraid to show your gifts. Shine, right? Your soul shines. Cut the cords of doubt. You are this master magician. They're saying you conjure at will and you may not know this. So be mindful of your thoughts, hence why this emotional maturity is so potent, or why I suppose I'm feeling it so strongly. Okay, let's see what your obstacles may be. The Fool, taking that leap, taking that chance, stepping into that full glory of you, which is shining, right? It's dropping the shield. That's what your obstacle is taking that leap forward in this new strength. You're still probably lingering on to the previous version of yourself that led you into strengthening this part of you, but that is no longer you. Or that's no longer your energy. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. It's no longer your energy. And rise. Rise to the occasion. Rise to meet yourself. Rise out of the old you. Rise out from behind the shields, from behind the guilt, the blame, the overtalk. Okay, let's see your environment. other people or persons, actions towards this or energies around this energy. Two of Swords. Interesting. I heard that some are not sure what to make of your newfound frequency, but they said confidence / frequency. And it's a quiet confidence that my viewer may not even recognize or realize as they are presenting themselves. Because you're in still a little bit of that doubt. People are unsure of you now. That is interesting. And and I don't feel like it's unsure in a bad way. It's just like, what happened? Like, what did they do? You know, like, what happened? That's the energy I'm getting. What happened? Interesting. Let me see this. Change maker, making waves. Yeah, that's it. Like, that's exactly what you did. You made waves in your own life. And that making waves for you has left people, again, unsure. Like, what happened? How did they do this? How, again, this magician energy just shifted your full energetic field. They just said you reprogrammed your cellular DNA when it comes to emotional matters. And you haven't even realized that, again, that master manifester. Wow, that's big. Wow, okay, let's see what should be done. Fucking celebrate! 4 of Wands! Yes, celebrate the hard work you've done, the accomplishment that this has created, which is the sovereignty in you, emotional strength, power, content in self. Woo! And if this is not your energy yet, this is coming in. This is like big hitters. Like, this is what the only mini think about, you know, in this spread, and in a sense, like, and that has to do with the environment, like other people's energies, and they're not sure about you because you're so strong right now. Like, even if you do not feel this, my collective, like, so strong. I heard, I am no longer being affected by the emotions of others that throw me off of my game. Or used to, I should say. I've recognized where I've been giving my power away and shrinking myself because of insecurities, because of past emotional hurts, wounds, programming. Spirit, hence the cellular reconstruction. You reprogrammed your system to be in flow with your divine matrix. Woo! Woo, pile 3. Loving this. What's to be done is celebrate the foundation that is being built, created, sustained, understood, integrated, manifested. Oh, love it. Look at this. This is so good, pile 3. Accept and receive. I'm going to say, I don't normally say this, but pile 3, you guys, I don't know what your situation is, but whatever work you have done has been huge. It's life-changing is what I feel, like literally life-changing. Accept and receive this beautiful gift of stability, of happiness, of celebration, of connection. Ooh, I love it. Okay. Likely outcome, if advice or what's to be taken, which is for you to celebrate, enjoy this, come out, step out, you know, rise to the occasion, continue to make these waves. Ooh, 6 of Wands in the reverse. Hesitant for this victory. They said it's about pride. You don't want to come across conceited, cocky, or boastful. But the interesting thing here is what I'm feeling, though, from this 6 of Wands here, because the 6 of Wands upright also can talk about egoism, whatever. And in the reverse, it's like there's no ego with my wins here. I don't need to be celebrated or recognized, in a sense, in the way that I needed to before, emotionally. I've recognized my own self, hence the celebration, accepting and receiving, accepting the changes in oneself that you're making, rising to the occasion, cutting the cords of your doubt, continuously being in a state of gratitude and peace, allowing your soul to shine as you drop the shields. Ooh, I love it. And then, welcome the Divine Masculine. How beautiful. I'm curious for some of you also that this can have to do about like a self-worth journey that has completed, that in a degree or in a chapter or in some phase or area of your life has completed. And because of that completion, it brings in the right type of love for you if you are single. It doesn't feel like everybody is, but there are some of you that have been like healing the love part, the love sector of your life, your heart chakra, how you give and receive love, how you accept and receive love. You know, and because of this understanding, this emotional strength, not being swayed anymore in a negative way that threw you off of your game, you come into this action now of the Divine Masculine. Because you've been sitting in that divine feminine energy, receiving, accepting, understanding, meditating, learning, alchemizing, manifesting, conceiving, you know, and now it's coming here to welcome the divine masculine to step out into that action step, you know, like they are the action of the thought, you know, emotions in motion. It's the motion of the emotion. I hope that makes sense. You know, that's how the divine feminine and masculine intertwine, and that's how they're within us, how it works, you know? How one has to be the receptive, the conceiver of things, the incubator of stuff. Once it's out in the world, that masculine energy has to, in my view, has to help push that through, right? And then you learn how to balance both as you continue to evolve as a human. That is my perspective. But this is what this energy is feeling like, that the welcoming in that go-getter energy now, because you're sovereign. So juicy. Love, 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 love. All right, let's see what your guidance is surrounding the situation. Collaborative dream. There is a cosmic unity that is being created, manifested, and built as we speak. You are not the only one on this particular petal. On this particular flower. You are one of the petals. As we spoke about feeling color, although the dreams of many may seem similar, the colors, the hues, the tones are all different. Once amalgamated, it creates something entirely different. That's what you're after. This collaborative dream of source, of love, of energy, of connection. Woo! Give me a second, let me still tap into some more energies here. Spirit is echoing to like connection, you know, wanting to co-create with spirit, with source, with other. Also to be mindful, I would say, of, I guess, dealing with the rough patches that come up when you deal with, you know, collective energies, disagreements, misunderstandings, you know, ideas that clash, the friction that might be created, you know? And then to be mindful of what unresolved issues this may bring up for you. This is the reason why you had to be in this really calm, emotionally grounded place before you could really collaborate with others and not be, like we said, or you said, affected by the emotional impact that others may have had on you that may have in times thwarted your efforts or threw you off your game. It's talking about staying in your integrity, honoring what you feel, and remember why you chose to open up to the group and in these endeavors or person or people. Remember to call on this unconditional love daily, to remember that sovereignty, to come back to the self in stillness. What really matters, is that you hear your own voice. This is why you needed to learn this. If there's any moments where things need to be separated from, or people need to be separated from, trust your wisdom. Listen to your heart. Go back in and you will know your answer. If it needs to be cultivated or talked about or mended, you will know the answer also. Trust your own voice above all. That's the main message. Okay, let's see. Supporting guidance, Wish upon a star. Telling you, there's this manifestation, this dream, something is coming full circle for you. Wow. Beautiful uncaging. That is you. The beautiful uncaging of you. This dream coming true. This, again, it's like I said, this is a life change. A full life, big life change. This manifestation energy, this intentions based on your desires. Taking a risk and a gamble on yourself. The importance of your daydreams, of this stillness. Trusting that they can become reality. This magician, again, this master manifester. The act of consciously committing to a vision. It's beautiful. So I don't know if this it feels like the beautiful uncaging is more to do with yourself. It's like releasing yourself from the guilt, like we talked about. The need for self-inventory, rigorous honesty, making amends and accountability. But I feel like you've done that, and that might be what they're referencing here. If there's certain energies that need to leave or that were involved in you stepping into this in the first place, then listen to your own voice and you will know the answer. Are they harmful to your energy? Are they helpful to your energy? And vice versa. Are you harmful to their energy and are you helpful to their energy? Listen to your voice. Amazing. My beautiful collective. We're going to get 3 remaining cards for your guide, where this energy is taking you. Once you complete this cycle, what to remember. You're going to get 3 cards. I just heard poised for success. First you got poised. And as I said, I heard poised for success. Ready to take the leap. That's what will happen after this. You will be ready to take the leap. Chop wood. Talk about clearing the way too, right? And clearing out what doesn't work when it comes to these particular collaborative energies. Or because you have a better, deeper understanding of your emotional self, you have less tolerance, in a sense, for lower vibrational energies or ones that are not willing to compromise. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's, again, just a reminder to stay in this energy or to come back to this energy often to keep yourself evenly balanced, And that, again, clearing the way of this chaos and conflict. And I feel it has to do with people, more like your external, because this is the only energy literally on your board, which is your environment, that is a little bit of a contender. And that's where the chaos and conflict. But chaos and conflict is always useful because, again, you can chop wood and clear out what doesn't work once the communication, the understanding, or, again, trusting your own inner voice. And it's that the chaos before order is what I'm really getting. There's a little bit, there's just a little bit clearing still, but this energy had to be embodied first for you to even be able to handle this successfully is what I'm getting. Hence why at the end of this, you'll be poised to be able to handle whatever comes your way. The shields are no longer needed for that type of protection. You got that. You got it. I love it. My beautiful collective, I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that it gave you the insight or the information that you were seeking. I'm sending you so much love. Please like, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear about it. Love reading your comments. Until next time, keep watering your lives. Ciao.